let's talk about that a little bit. The Madrid situation. I mean, as Madrid fans, what did you make of the game? It was the return of the special one. I think what has it been? 13 years? When was the last time we saw him? 2013?
2013.
Look at that smile on Danny's face.
2013, bro. Where were you in 2013, dude? That's
Shit.
what a flashback. Did it give you PTSD?
It gave me hope watching him on the sideline. It gave me, because it reminded me of when he first came in as a coach. Madrid was in shambles. Even though we have Ronaldo, Kaká, great players on the lineup, which we do now is like similar situation, but we didn't have the coach to put them together and make them play as a team, which Mourinho did. I try to forget, but his first classic was the worst game ever. That's when he lost 5-0 against Pep Guardiola's team, and I feel like after that, that's when Mourinho changed and became more of a defensive-minded coach. Well, he's always been one, but with Madrid, where he prioritized defending over attacking, over having the ball, which, talking about it now, I feel like this Madrid needs a lot of help defensively. On the ball, we look really great. I love how Carreras was like making those internal runs. He was playing as a number 8, like into the midfield. Dumfries doing the same thing, forcing Mbappe to play as a right winger, Vini as a left winger, and then Arda Güler was like the false number 9. It was really strange to see it, but again, it shows you how much work he's putting on the team. You can already see his style of play and all of that. So on the ball, Madrid looked really, really well. The big issue was on transitions. As soon as we lost possession and the team counterattacked it, or the team started to penetrate us through the middle of the field, that's where we have nobody. Valverde, he's a great player, but he's not like a natural 6. He doesn't really feel that position. He doesn't read those moments. The goal was part of his fault, not following the run of the midfielder into the box. Bernardo Silva, again, on the ball, he's a magician, but off the ball, he just doesn't have the stamina to track back, to do those recovery runs. So I think we're gonna struggle a lot during those transition moments. And I see why Mourinho, he's been working on the press. So we call it counter press. As soon as you lose the ball, win it right away, so that way the team doesn't have time to counter. And it was great to see Vinicius and Mbappe running for those tackles. You didn't see that at all under Arbeloa, Ancelotti, or even Xabi Alonso. So it was great to see that. Jude scored a goal. We went up 1-0, and then we gave too much time for Espanyol to come back and get in the game. But, luckily, at the end of the game, my cousin Espe came in and finished the game at 2-1. But the transition of the game, even though it was one, I feel like Madrid should have scored a lot more goals. Mbappe missed like 2 1v1s against the goalkeeper. Vini had one against the goalkeeper as well. And then just quickly talk about individual performances from the new players. Dumfries, solid defender, and the way he makes those runs down the line, you don't see that from Trent at all. Trent is more like on the ball, sending those crosses, but Dumfries is like a train. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to see lots of that. Konate, like Coach Wilver likes to remind us when we used to call him stupid boy, or all the mistakes that he did in Liverpool. He was fantastic this game. He was solid. Reminded me of a young Rodrigo. The kid, Heisen, whatever his name is. He did well. He still needs to be a little more, a little more aggressive on the ball, off the ball. Carreras was okay. Valverde, he was lost. Bernardo Silva, same. Jude. Oh my God, what a player.
That's what I was going to say.
He just took on like 5 players, kept dribbling, tried to push him off the ball. They couldn't. Jude is the fucking machine, bro. Insane.
Yeah. I didn't see the full game. I saw like I think the first 10 minutes of the game, or a little, but I think what really stood out to me was Jude. He looked like a man on fire, bro. Like he was the Jude the first season that we got him, and I think he needed some rest. He finally looks fit, and he looks like he's really gonna blow up this season. I really gave me a lot of hope for the team just in general. You're reading that Cucurella didn't start this game? Do y'all know?
No, he's coming back from playing the final and all of that.
That's true. Because I was thinking Cucurella, it's kind of a crazy signing. Because depending on how Mourinho uses him, I don't see Cucurella too much as doing too good in the system in the back four on defense. He shines really well in inverting and playing in the back three. I just don't know how well he would mesh in a I guess traditional like left back, especially since he doesn't have that physicality. But from what you're saying, Daniel, like if Mourinho's actually trying, something different, and from what you were saying, like a lot of the fullbacks were inverting and kind of playing, as wingers a bit, that might suit Cucurella pretty well. But I guess we'll see.
I think I kind of want to get your thoughts. What is a successful season for Madrid look like this year?
La Liga.
Given that 2 years running, it's been basically barren.
La Liga.
Yeah, it
Nothing
has
less
to
than La
be La
Liga.
Liga like minimum.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you can't go
You
3
have to
seasons,
win La
bro,
Liga.
without winning La Liga, bro.
Do do
Because
you
you
think if you're Jose, okay, if you're Jose, what trophy are you hungry for the most this year?
La Liga.
Mm.
I don't think we have
Mm,
the depth right now to compete for the Champions League, especially in midfield. We
yeah,
have the
I mean, like
talent,
I said,
but
yeah, minimum La Liga. It's La Liga minimum, and then whatever else we can get our hands on, we'll be happy with.
And then if you guys had to choose one player from defense, from midfield, and from offense and from the front line, who has to step up? And if they step up, they'll change the season for you guys. I think in defense, for me, I have some clear names, but I kind of want to get it from you guys, what you guys think in defense. Who would be that star player that needs to step up this year for you guys to change that leaky back line to something more solidified?
well, from the back line, the center backs. That's the main reason why we struggle so much in the past 2 years because our best center back has been hurt the whole, for the past 2 years, which Militao. He's on his prime. He's much better than Gabriel, without a doubt, without a doubt. I mean, he used to start over here in Brazil, so that shows you everything.
Yeah, that's because he was just starting his career, Gabriel, bro. Relax, relax.
What do you call it?
Okay.
No, but so for me, Konate needs to come in, step up, literally play like the way he did last game, and then either Dumfries or Cucurella, one of those two. Best case scenario both, but at least one of those two needs to create those runs down the line or support in midfield as an inverted fullback.
Yeah.
From the midfield, I feel like the player that needs to step up is Valverde in the sense of I guess get more accustomed to playing that position as a six, not so much as an eight, which is a box to box player. How he comes out of nowhere with his runs, with his shots outside the box. Now he needs to be a little more recognize what if we lose possession? Where should I be in case we lose the ball, right? Like Casemiro used to do, like Busquets, those prime number six players that can read those moments, like Kante, Makelele. He has the technique and stamina and the strength to be a top defensive midfielder, but I feel like he just doesn't understand it quite yet. So if he does, it'll be amazing. A little more attacking, Arda Güler, another one had an amazing game. So if he steps up with, Judas, for me, Judas is going to have a 10 plus goal season, maybe more again. And then up top, I will say Vini, because, even though, we don't like Mbappe and whatnot, but he's been scoring the goals, he's been showing up goals wise. So I feel like if not Vini can show up more, so that way we don't depend so much on Mbappe, that'll be great for the team.
Great shouts, great shouts. Serge, what do you think? If there were three players you could isolate in each one of those categories of the field, who would you
Yeah,
isolate to
I
need
think I'm gonna go
season?
for it's a start in defense. I think I'm gonna go with Dumfries. I think that right back position has been a problem for Madrid for a while now with Carvajal, being injured in and out. Different coaches trying different systems to kind of facilitate or kind of help out Trent, because Trent defensively has always been, a weak spot. I mean, he's great on the ball, but off the ball, actually defending has always been a problem, and that's kind of been like a big point in that back line. So I think Dumfries solidifying that right back position, I think would be, to be honest, Real Madrid have a lot of problems in the back line, but I think the right back is probably where it needs to shine, because I think center back they're covered in terms of who they have, and then left back, we have some options there too. Midfield, I think Danny talked about this a bit. Arda Güler, I think he needs to solidify himself as a Madridista and show us the potential that he has, because he has potential and he's shown us, what he can do and bring to the table. But I think this is a big season for him to kind of show, hey, look, I can take the extra step and I can be that player that Madrid needs creativity wise. And then up top, I think, bro, we know what we're gonna get from Mbappe, even though it's, how I feel about Mbappe. Vinny, he has enough credit in the bank where I can't, really talk too much shit. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Diomande, bro, the new signing they got. I think we spent big money on Diomande.
Completely forgot
I
about him.
think he needs to get on that field, show us what he's capable of, and kind of give us a different threat up top for the days that Mbappe and Vinny aren't, firing, or when they're getting red cards and getting sanctioned. So
Huge. I like all those players that you guys called out. I would have never expected both of you both to say Arda Güler though. Never
Mhm.
in my wildest dreams would I have expected that name to come out of both your mouths. It's crazy.